Hi, my name is Heather Mackey. I am the owner of Rare Bird Medicine, and today we are talking about the justice of karma. Another way, from my understandings, to state karma, an Eastern concept here in the West, would be the law of cause and effect. I think there can be, in my experience, what I conceive to be a misunderstanding of karma in the West, because we see it as some view it as like a punishment system, like, oh, that's your bad karma or your good karma, and we get into the polarity of good and bad, and if you were bad, you're going to be punished, and if you were good, you will be rewarded, which is similar with hell and heaven concepts to Western religion. So it makes sense that we would kind of, many would westernize this Eastern concept. I see karma more like a mirror. A mirror. Look at your reflection. It's just simply showing you what is. And what is exists because of your belief matrix. I often say belief is 9/10 of the law. And what does that mean? It means, to me, belief is 9/10 of the law of manifestation and creation and what's creating your reality. Well, what is a belief? A belief is a thought you think a lot, you feel a lot, and you start to hold it to be true. You're like, yeah, that's true. Yeah, double down on that. That's true. I think that, I feel that, that's true. And it becomes your belief matrix. So we are constantly witnessing, if you're curious about what your beliefs are, you're constantly experiencing your beliefs. That we give the quantum realm our thoughts and feelings, and the thoughts and feelings that we think and feel the most become belief matrices, and that's what we're constantly feeding into the quantum realm that then becomes the hologram of our experience. And the question is, what are you causing that is creating the effect of your experience in the manifest world? Not what punishment are you being given, what call and cultivation are you being offered to witness the effects of your causal consciousness, your causal belief matrix. What are you holding to be true about your world? Is the earth able to proliferate and heal herself from the effects of man? Or is she just in terrible trouble? What is your consciousness contributing to the friend we call Earth? What are you offering her? What do you hold? What do you believe to be true? She's available as one of the many incarnations of consciousness to reflect back to you whatever you're holding to be true. I have no desire to ever attack, judge, criticize, hold self superior to anyone else's beliefs or thoughts. And sometimes in the way that I speak, it can come across that way. Like, oh, if you are an environmentalist and you're constantly stressed about the state of the environment, then you're not doing a good job with your karma because you're holding negative thought. I view this realm as a hologram. I don't have a lot of deep concern for a hologram, and I do believe that the hologram is like a learning sector. It's a learning sector for us to recognize consciousness, to see where it is, where it lands, where it stands, what it holds in mind and hand. Like, what are you walking around with here? So, law of cause and effect can be looked at from two different angles. You can look at it from the causal standpoint, that which is creating the effect, or you can look at it from the effect standpoint and not really take notice of the cause that generated the end result effect. I I think cause and effect is a universal law. I think there's also a universal law of responsibility. And that is one's ability to respond and one's ability to take ownership of their response. And so I would say those kind of go hand in hand, because any effect that you witness in your experience is a great gift. Whatever the effect is, because that effect is showing you the content of your consciousness. And based on many of the effects I've chosen to manifest and witness, there is cleanup work for me to do at the causal level of my consciousness. If I want to have a different effect, a different karmic response, I have to offer a different cause. If you bring together the ingredients to bake a cake and you mix them together, you're not going to wind up with eggplant parm when you put it in the oven. It's going to give you a cake. Okay, so like if you want to, make crudité, don't get cake ingredients. Go get some fresh veggies and, dipping sauces or, so the ingredients make the end result, and the ingredients are what we're putting into the quantum field. I've referred to the physical world or the physical plane as the true, and the spirit realm or the spirit world as the true for a long time. I would apply that same silly ticky-tacky that I do to the concept of the quantum field and the holographic nature of reality. I would call the quantum field the true. It's been 2,000 lifetimes of study, and through that evolution of me as an entity and the theme of truth, I've come to find the quantum field is the true, and this holographic physical plane is true. Is a hologram true? Yeah. Look, there's the hologram, right? But also no, because I could move through it and it's not kind of really there. You know what I mean? If you watch as much sci-fi as I do, then you know that a hologram's kind of there, not there. Kind of both and. So we're talking about taking responsibility for the belief matrix that we feed into the quantum field that then becomes the holographic nature of our reality and our experience. Makes me want to get into the elemental laws, but it's clearly another talk, because right now we're just talking about karma, not a punishment system, not a, if you do this, you better watch out, because karma is often viewed in the West similar to justice. Justice is like, if you do wrong, you should be punished. For most of the years I've walked in this flesh costume, never liked the word justice. And interestingly, I've learned that my dharma is 2,000 years of cultivation around the topics of truth, and justice is one of the words. And here's why I don't like that word. Because justice in this realm means, in my experience for most two-leggeds, it means you over there did something wrong. I over here, who know not to do something wrong, have judged your actions, and I now believe punishment should be applied so that there's retribution for the error you've made. Which to me is extremely unjust. If you're ignorant, if you're 5 years old and you don't understand all the ways of the world, you don't understand to hold your milk glass with 2 hands, because you're learning the boundaries of your body, the boundaries of this realm. You're learning not to run across the street. You're learning and absorbing and remembering. Then is it just to then go punish the 5-year-old for spilling the milk? They're learning, they're evolving, they're figuring it out. And this is what I would say about ignorance in this realm, which is abundantly available, just like wisdom. You know, you want to get wise, talk to wise people. I try to all the time. I've met a bunch of them. There are so many out there. Many of you watching this are some of those wise ones I talk to and listen to and engage with, that I might awaken and evolve, you know, and not be so small, be bigger, be in my largesse of existence. That says, it is not my duty to dole out punishment. Who am I? What am I, the commander of what is right in the world? No, I can't possibly know that. I can't possibly know every nuance of another person's soul. Who they are, what made them be there, what the cause was that led to the effect that I witness. I can recognize I don't like that. You know, I don't like engaging with somebody who speaks ill of someone else's culture. No matter what it is, it's ignorant. If you're like being hateful towards any human, I don't like it. The frequency is like non-match. Because, as stated before, I don't believe in justice punishment. I believe in awareness. Karma is a law. The law of cause and effect is in play. And the two-leggeds don't need to pick it up and make it happen, because it's already happening. Thank goodness. Thank goodness we don't have to cause evolution for others, cause awakening for others, cause awareness for others. Thank goodness we're not the stewards of that, because it would be a lot to track what every single soul has done in every single lifetime that causes them to be exactly where they are in their belief matrix. It's enough to just be a steward of our own evolution, of our own karma, our own mirror, our own effects, which are called your life experience. If you don't like any of them, I recommend changing the cause, which would be your belief matrix, and clean up the thought system that is causing that effect. It is enough to be a steward of that, because I'm having thoughts all day. I mean, this mind is like, it's just got like billions of thoughts up in there. So I get to be hyper vigilant. I get to be hyper mindful. I get to be very present with the self about what my experience feels like, because feeling is a really quick indicator of how a thought feels. If a thought feels ew, then it's not a match to what it is you say you want to experience. So if you're feeling any ew, or like, ugh, don't like it, or get away, then that feeling is trying to awaken in you, hey, you have a thought here that you've thought enough to where you have this strong feeling response to it, and that feeling is trying to tell you it's not aligned with what you say you want. Now, I'm not in control of someone else's thoughts. I'm not in control of someone else's evolution. I'm not in control, and don't want to be, and I'm not the steward of, and thank goodness for it, of anyone in all of the infinite galaxies. But this one here, this flesh costume. Which means, for me, in order to work with karma doesn't have to be hard, difficult, painful. It's like, it's a common concept here. It can be easy peasy. The way it gets, karma gets easy peasy is we become stewards of the law of cause and effect in our lives. Stewards of that law. Which means if I don't like the effect, let's clean up the causal thought and feeling that led to the belief that is generating this experience. I deserve better. I deserve grander. And I am larger than a tiny little experience that I've manifested from a belief matrix. All that is needed is for me to be in the point of power, the place where change can be made with myself, and take responsibility for the creation without judgment of self, without attacking, without self-loathing, and go, I choose again. That did not feel good. That doesn't feel good. I choose unification, love, loving kindness, love of self, love of others, love of all that is. May you choose your belief matrix, your thoughts, and your feelings wisely, that you enjoy your creation. So mote it be.